Through maybe this offseason for you, how summer workouts were, just kind of what did you work on personally to get better?
I all across the board just want to get stronger. I'm never complacent with where I'm at. I can always get better, always room for improvement. So, I just started from the ground up, wanting to get my legs stronger, because there's some pretty good guys I'm going to have to block this season. So that's kind of where it all started for me.
How is it being arguably the oldest guy on the team?
Mm-hmm.
What's that like for you, and players kind of give you a hard time for it?
I hear a joke every once in a while, but I'm kind of used to it now. I think guys have kind of accepted me into the roles, the older guy and the captain and stuff like that, and kind of the guy you can come to and, things aren't going right.
As one of the older guys, you have a pretty young quarterback. Just what's your relationship with Jake? I think he mentioned going on vacation with you a couple times.
He's been back to Jacksonville, my lake house, a few times. Me and him try to hang out and just keep that relationship not only on the field but off as well.
How does that help with the relationship off the field? How does it help kind of foster chemistry?
I think it just helps in his trust. When you have a buddy like that, you know they can kind of bail you out of any situation, whether it's off the field or on the field. That on the field relationship can only get stronger from there.
So it's not, you don't take him on vacation and try and maybe like grease the wheels a little bit and get more targets?
My mom actually she made that joke when he went down to Jacksonville, but that's never really been a thought of mine. He's a funny kid. I like hanging out with him. He's got a good personality. He comes from a good family.
Right. Does Jake kind of embrace this leadership role in the offseason? Have you noticed that from him?
Oh, absolutely. I said it in Hoover, and when he talks and he kind of breaks down a huddle, guys stop what they're doing and they listen to him. That's been huge for us because we kind of missed that last year, having that voice of reason, I guess you could say. But having Jake step into that role is going to be huge for us this year.
You, one of the team's captains, is it different being in kind of that leadership role? Did you expect to be that when you came to South Carolina?
Not in a million years. I never kind of saw myself being elected as a permanent team captain as a sophomore, but I've embraced that role. I know what the team kind of needs me to do. I've been working on it because I'm not much of a vocal leader. I try to just lead by example, but I'm working on it still to this day.
What's the hardest part about being a leader for this team?
Hardest part, I would say, is just, you kind of have to do everything right. Not only are players looking at you, but coaches are kind of expecting you to carry yourself a certain way, come into meetings early and stuff like that. That's something I kind of had to learn when I was younger, but it's almost like second nature to me now.
What's this offense going to look like for you guys? You guys return a lot of skill position players. What do you think the potential is for this kind of offense?
I'm just hoping for consistency out of all of us. Guys just doing their job every single day. That's how I think we're going to reach our full capacity as an offense.
How hard is it to block defensive ends or linebackers in the ACC?
It's pretty tough. You better have your feet about you, and you better be planted in the ground because those guys are coming for you. They're coming for blood just like we're coming after them. So it's always a fun battle because I enjoy hitting people.
Is it easier or harder to block a linebacker who's kind of picked up maybe a little bit more steam?
To be completely honest, I would say it's harder blocking a D end. Those linebackers, don't get me wrong, they're very athletic and they come with some thump too, but those D ends are about 40 pounds heavier and they can bring it.
Who's the hardest guy that you had to block?
For me, it was Barnett last year, the Tennessee game, because we kind of did some different things protection-wise, and there was a lot of one-on-one with me and him, and I think I kind of held my own, but he's an explosive player, and I had to get ready for that.
Do you prefer catching the ball or kind of be more blocking tight end, or is it a little bit of both?
For me, whatever Coach Roper sees fit. If he wants to throw me the ball 15 times a game, or if he wants me in protection, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help his team win.
I think Jake mentioned the fact that it's going to be a little more creative this year on offense. Have you sensed that from Coach Roper?
A little bit. I've seen some of the stuff we've done in PRPs, but we haven't been on the field a ton. It's just kind of moving certain players into different formations and getting different looks and hopefully getting a lot of mismatches.
Who's maybe one guy that Gamecock fans may not know right now, but will probably know, fully in 6 weeks?
My opinion, I hope everything kind of carries over from the offseason program for him, but it's going to be Shi Smith. I think, in my personal opinion, he's an explosive player, and if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be a huge contributor for this team.
And football players like to eat. Just what are some of your favorite places maybe in Columbia if you want to, not on your in-season diet, obviously.
In-season diet, yeah. I'm a big fan of Rockway's off Rosewood, and that's kind of my go-to place. Me and my parents actually went there yesterday. They were in town picking up my dog, but I'm a big burger guy, so wherever I can get a good burger in Columbia, you'll probably find me there.
What's your go-to meal? Obviously the burger, but is there like the specific cheese you go with or anything?
I get the Well, I get two, actually. I get 2 bacon cheeseburgers every time I go there, and they're phenomenal.
No sides or anything like that?
No, so I try to stay away from the fried stuff as much as I can.
See, have you ever had their fried mac and cheese bites?
No, I saw them on the menu last night, but
I'd argue those are my favorite menu.
I might have to try those next time I go there. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a couple questions.
Uh-huh.
For you. Somebody told me I needed to ask you about Willow. So can you talk
Oh,
about
goodness. She is a handful. She's my 6-month-old Australian Shepherd puppy. She's actually going back down with Mom and Dad to Jacksonville to go to the vet and get some stuff taken care of, but she's a handful.
Willow? And speaking of vets, I understand that your sister Kylie is now a vet.
She is.
And
She is a
you
vet.
refuse to call her doctor. So
Oh, not a chance. I know everything that she's accomplished. I'm more than proud of her, but we kind of have an ongoing feud. You know, she won't take care of my dog unless I call her doctor, but I don't see myself caving into that anytime soon.
So if Willow needs some kind of help, you're just going to go somewhere else.
I'm hoping I can pull the brother card and she'll kind of bail me out, but until then, she's still Kylie to me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.